So this is a 2021 Model Y delivered October 13th. I'm doing the steering wheel swap, the carbon fiber steering wheel swap. Well, I thought it was easy where you just take the battery and unplug it. Well, before I can even get back there to get to the battery, I have to remove all this, which is, I don't know. I've never seen one of these so far yet, but so when you open it up, it's like this. So the box is here, and then that's right there. And then behind that is the battery, and then the plug for the Model Y to unplug so you can work on the car. In order to get back to the battery, you have to take this off. And there's all these bolts holding it down, and also in the back too. Anyways, and then behind there is two filters. So I always thought if I had the filters, well, I do. So now I have the filters, or I have the filter cover off and the whole damn box off. So I guess the shortest route, if you're gonna do this, is to come back over here and go in there and do the battery that way, and then come over here and pull that switch right there, which then your car's technically turned off until you're ready. But I never saw this in any of the videos, this cover. So this must be a newer thing that they just recently did, because I haven't seen it online. Anyways, I'm going to go get back to this video. If you have a Model Y, a newer one that has the cover there, you do need to take it off, because you cannot really get back to that negative bolt. And then you come back over here and you unplug this. On a Model 3, and there's a little latch underneath the back seat, but on a Model Y, you come here, you unlatch this last, you do that one first, then you do this one second, and then when you put it back, you're going to do it the same way. You're going to put this one on first, then you're going to put that one on last, then put everything back in. And I couldn't figure out how to take that off, so I just pop these little screws out. Now be careful when you take the box out. I already lost one of these. It fell, I heard it fall, and I'll have to find it somewhere. But this is what the newest Model Y looks like inside after you take the box out. And then, so I just have these small, let's see if it pops it out. So finally got it off. And there's a bunch of clips you have to take out. Again, you go with some hex, Allen wrenches, and then you have to pull off that the one yellow clip. And then my steering wheel, I need all the components, so I'll have to take all these components out of here. Videos I've seen, everyone needed a breaker bar. I didn't, but it wouldn't hurt. So I got it out with just this normal standard ratchet, 2 extensions, because it was too close to the wheel. It pops out. Now I have to bring all that into that. Have a steering wheel, regardless if it's yoke or not or whatever, and it has nothing inside, and you need to swap all the cables. First of all, it's a nightmare. Hopefully you get it from someone that gives you all the cables. But anyways, you need this clip. And then, so this one, my Model Y has the heated steering wheel, which this one does not. So first I have to take these bolts off, I don't even know if it says what it is. It's so old, I can't tell. Anyways, you have to take these 4 screws off to even get this base off, because you need this base to transfer it. So I have to take that whole piece out. So all you're gonna have left is this and this. Now I'm assuming if you wanted to, you could use these if you detach them and put them over there, because it already has them set in there. So I guess it's if I want to do more work, but we'll see. But basically, first of all, to even get this off here, I have to first undo those 4 screws, which I've already started. These 2 bolts, I forget where they were, but these are T10s. This is a T10 right here. So that go right here. I believe those are T25s. Or no, I'm sorry, T20s. Again, 4 bolts. You need this 10 millimeter hexagon to even take that bolt off. Again, I'm taking all the wires and putting in that, so I'm having to go through extra steps. There's probably maybe some plug and play steering wheels, yoke steering wheels. Get the ones that come with all the cords. It's probably worth the money. Now I got everything inside taken off. As far as popping, so once you get these 4 screws out with the T20s, okay, then you have this basically sitting inside there. Flip it over. Get this out of here. Flip it over after you get the 4 screws out. Flip it over, and these little clips will be in here. So these little clips will just pop. Those little clips right here will pop through and kind of hold right there. Same thing. So just with the flathead, just push it aside, push aside and push down, and then this will literally pop down like that to loosen. So you gotta do those 3. So take the 4 screws out, pop these off, okay? Then slowly pull this off. Now, when you first get those 4 bolts and this, now you have wiggle room. So you should have already taken that clip off, that purple clip off. These 2 on the side, which are right here. The 2 on the side, which is this one and this one. So after you've unclipped everything, and don't worry about this yet. Don't worry about the bottom part yet. You're slowly gonna pull this up. You're just gonna pull it from all the outsides. You're gonna pull it up, and you're gonna feel it like unclick. And when you do that, see these little, see the 1, 2, 3 right there, okay? And then do you see all these little holes and clips? So you're gonna, this is the hardest part to get off, okay? So just be careful, just pull from each side evenly, because all these little pieces fit to kind of clamp this piece down. Now, if you wanted to do some decorations to your existing steering wheel without having to buy another steering wheel, you could easily take this off and wrap it, paint it, or whatever, because all these little pieces come off. This just literally clips off once you get that off. So you could easily wrap this with some vinyl wrap or paint them or whatever. So now my next thing I need to figure out is whether or not I'm going to use these. So I have these cool silver balls versus the I guess it's just black on black. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to decide which one I want. But again, this is the stocks. So I imagine just take the screws out and use and swap them. So I'm going to figure that out right now. But other than that, so far so good. I now need to take this clip out and put it in the new. So to get the clip out, I just grabbed some needle nose. I pulled out one side and just brought it over the top. Don't bend them. Brought the other one on top and pulled it out. And then I just put it back in, and I just lay this side in first. Then I use my needle nose to pull it around and clip it. And so now that's the base, and then everything goes from here. And now I need to figure out if I want to swap those or leave them as is. So I'm gonna have to do that dilemma. They're basically duplicates of each other. Let's say this was too much for you and you wanted to use your stock. You could kind of make it have a clean look, you know, if you depending on what you want. Or shit, you could probably even use your existing and do something like that, depending on what you want. So I guess there's options depending on what you want to do. So the main thing though is I got everything taken apart, and I'm gonna figure out the balls real quick. See what I'm gonna do, because obviously this doesn't have the light up like this does, right? So you'll lose that option if you go this route, and you'll lose the heated steering wheel. I know there's ones that have that option to have a heated steering wheel, so this is not the one. Then therefore you would use this, this is the plug for the heated steering wheel. So we'll figure that out in the future, what I do, but this is my first Model Y real modification that you have to take your time and don't rush. So you have, this is the stock right here. This is the aftermarket. So we'll just leave everything stock for now, and we'll just run with it. We'll leave all the silver balls alone, and then we'll just go all black. So this is the new one. I had to screw the bolts in. You see how that little lip goes in there, and then this little clip goes above that to kind of secure the back piece. These two, this screws into those two bolts, screw into this piece. Same thing. It secures this piece coming off, and these two screw into this, which secures the clip. So then you clip in that, which then that clips into this one, which then that clips into this one. So when you turn it around, and if you're looking at the car, the center bolt is there, the yellow screw in is there, and here's the purple one. So then you just bring this in. That's where it goes. So we're gonna slowly push this in, secure the 4 bolts, and then we'll push these in at last, which is gonna go around to secure those. So these are gonna go around that to secure it and come to the back, just like the previous stock ones. Alrighty, almost done. So I pushed all of this in, so secure and flush. So it's all flush. All flush. Okay. Do these last. Now I'm going to secure the bolts in, the 4 bolts in. Then I'm going to do this. Then I'm ready to go. Now, this steering wheel doesn't have the heater, so this is where the heater would plug in, right there. But it doesn't, so it's perfectly going to be tucked in right there. Okay, 4 screws are in. Everything's good, looking good. Everything's flush. So then you just bring these up. You push those in. It should secure itself. See? Little back clips. Same thing on this side. Four clips. This goes like that. The yellow comes out. Here you go. You're good. It should be golden. I'm gonna make sure those clamps are in there just a little bit more. That one's a little loose. That one's a little loose. I'm gonna push those in. But other than that, I think we're good. We're all plumb. We're all square. Everything looks great. Everything's good. That goes in there. This is already plugged in. This is already plugged in. So we're using the steering wheel that has no heater. That is the heater, or would be the heater. And then the stocks that came with it. And then we still have our steering wheel that has the heater plug. And then the stocks. Stock everything else here. So now we're gonna go mount this on the car and then strip it in, bolt it in, clamp that in, push that on, and then do the reverse order of the electrical. So we'll connect that cord and then we'll connect the battery in the reverse order. So that way it comes on. We should be, since we're doing this, look at my new pedals, carbon fiber pedals. And this is really cool. I know people buy these $20. I bought this on Amazon for like $6, I think it was. And it comes with these little rubber back plates. Perfect. You move it out of the way, pull it in. Perfect. And this is literally $5 on Amazon. I'll try to find the link. Send me a message, I'll send you the link. But this is the best deal for $5. And it comes with these little, and you can get different colors, red, blue, stripes. I got the white one. But yeah, it's a pretty cool little setup. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna mount it right now. You really can't mess it up because you see that lip, this little lip right here, same one. So you just got to line it up. That's all. I just didn't line it up correctly. There you go. Okay, so that's lined good. We have everything connected here, connected here. That's not connected. Everything's bolted down. We're good. We're going to connect this one. And I'm going to grab the stock one, connect that. Well, first I'm going to bolt this down first, then to connect the stock. So let me do that. So I had that in there. I did it really super tight. It feels secure, looks good. It's pushed in all the way. I will connect the stock. Bad boy, like this. So let's just do this. If I can just one-handed. And then you just literally just plug it in place. So the bolt is on tight. All the clips are in. The last clip was the yellow one. And I just literally pushed this in and it feels flush. So depending on if this is like too much for you and this is different, maybe you want to do something here. Or maybe you may want to just do the wheel and maybe keep your stocks here. So depending on if this is too much for you, I don't know. I'm liking it so far, but so far we'll see. I'm going to turn on the car again in reverse order. Again, you're going to need 10mm hex at least with something at minimum of this setup. Do not let the door shut. So I have this in the door jamb so that it doesn't shut by accident. So let's do the true test here. We got to do it in reverse order. So I'm going to clip this in. And I'm just weird. I don't want to use it my left hand because that goes straight to my heart. So I would rather use my right hand. And then obviously we got to do some more connecting here, but because it's so hard to get access to that, I'm gonna put the battery on first, then put the pieces on, and then close it up. But let's see here. Alrighty, I'll do my next test in a few minutes. There's two 10mm bolts on each corner. There's this. There's also a little metal clip that goes in there, so you know that you're back in center. So there you go. There's that one. And you have the second one right here. And then pretty much this just sits flush. You put the cover back on. Pretty much it's plug and play. It sits down perfectly. Obviously that lets you know you're on center too, but obviously those holes are dead on. So grab all your, I believe these are 1020s or T20s, I'm sorry. I forget exactly. And then these are 10mm also for the two that hold the tub down right here. But let me get the T20s out real quick. Those two. But then also when you get this, there's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Make sure you get all those in. Lastly, after you get the 2 bolts in, and then all the other bolts around there, there's nothing securing this top piece anymore. But there is something that's connecting these two. Just a little pin. Boom, done. Back to 100%. All right, now test drive. So that is the carbon fiber gloss, obviously, steering wheel install with the stock, obviously, and then I got the matching carbon fiber down there. I have the A. Taylor carbon fiber with the red stitching. But side-by-side comparison, obviously I feel it's an upgrade, but again, it's your preference.